Yo, what is going on, buddy? It's Warbringer here, back with another video. And in today's video, this is from request from a comment in my post-patch ebook, I believe. How to deal with pressure. And it's a pretty effective way. It's a pretty simple, effective way. We're just gonna hop into like mid blitz, okay? I've already done a video on how to like destroy mid blitz, but we're just gonna focus on blocking. What we're gonna do when we're blocking against it. And a simple thing that people don't like to do is they don't like to block more than like their running back. You know, they want 4 routes out there because, I mean, it's pretty obvious. You always want more routes on the field. And they don't like blocking more people than they have to. So you could obviously just put some man beaters on the field and just block your wide receiver after you motion him across. And you have 3 routes on the field versus probably a QB spy. Since you're blocking your running back and you're blocking your slot receiver, you're probably going to deal with a QB spy on top of a user. So those QB spies, you know, sometimes they can be pretty reactive and they can jump up for passes. So how do we put more routes on the field while blocking 7? Well, the simple thing is a delay fade. Whenever I block a blitz, I always have my wide receiver on a delay fade just because he's gonna block, and if I'm bagged, I can just roll out and release him. It's something I don't see a lot of people doing. I see people just oftentimes straight up blocking 7 against these blitzes, and I'm like, why don't you just put your tight end on a delay fade or something, make him a little more useful? And against man, basically you're just gonna want to put pretty much man beaters everywhere, right? So we're smart routing X, like our favorite post man beater, right? And then the crosser is good, and then the slant or the drag is fine as well. Basically, we're just gonna snap it, and we're blocking 7, so we pick up the block or the blitz. We block the blitz, and eventually, if we don't like the looks, if he lurks good, you know, oh shoot, I just motioned the wrong guy. But if he's really good at lurking all the routes when he's blitzing, and you're just worried about throwing a user pick, it's really useful to just put him on a delay fade, and then you can roll out, and you see everyone's gonna come, and then pause, and then you're just gonna release the delay fade. Make sure you roll out when you release the delay fade though, unless he's just straight up like sending 8. Because when you roll out, the person that's manned up on him is gonna forget about his responsibility on the delay fade, and he's just gonna come straight at the quarterback. So pretty much that is the main thing on how you're gonna pick up pressure. And you can do this in like anything really. So block your running back, you know, motion this guy. It doesn't have to be Y, it can be X, but you can't motion anyone from the right side in a delay fade, so it has to be from the left side. And basically, if they're sending pressure like this, so you have, well, let's put it this way. So you have 2 people blocking on the left side of your O-line, and then you have 4 people blocking on the right side of your O-line. So generally against a blitz, what you want to do is slide left. That way there's no stupid pressure coming from the left, and everyone on the right ignores him. And this is going to pick up pretty much everything. This is not something we do against 3-5 odd, though. Against 3-5 odd, we like to, well, first of all, we like to run some traps. We like to run the ball against 3-5 odd. We like to, well, run the ball especially, but then we also do know how to block it. Basically, just imagine that this is 3-5 odd. Basically, you're just gonna have to run your you're gonna have to run your tight flex flipped, and then you're gonna have to double team this guy. So say this is the DN that always comes free in 3-5 odd. You're gonna double team him, this guy that's double teamed, and then you're gonna block your running back. And basically, that's gonna pick up the that's gonna pick up this guy. The running back's gonna pick up this guy, and since he's in a contain, that guy isn't gonna get he's not ever gonna shed the running back. And most of the time when you block it correctly anyways, the guy never even tries to come in. He kind of just stays on the outside and does nothing. And so, yeah. But that's just a short tutorial on how to pick up pressure and how to block 3-5 odd. Now there are some ways to counter blitzes by sending more routes on the field than they have in coverage. So a lot of guys like to get aggressive, and they blitz more people than there's receivers on the field. So basically, like a lot of times people will run mid blitz and they'll just rush everyone because they think you're going to block your running back. And that's the most common thing that people do, is they think you're blocking your running back. So you can simply put him on a route and even motion him to the line and just send him on a route. And you can see right there, that's actually pretty good against mid blitz, because the guy that's manned up on the running back is at safety. And when you motion him across like that, a lot of these man blitz formations, they won't motion with the guy if they're at safety. The safeties don't motion with the man switch. So yeah, there's also lots of ways, definitely. You can even do something like this to where you're only blocking 6, but really you're only blocking 5. So against a less aggressive defense, so they're only rushing 6, but they're still wanting to get pressure. This is something that you definitely should be doing. Just because you still have 5 routes on the field, but you're blocking a 6-man rush. And so that is really effective in my opinion. We're just going to yeet that thing. Double me. But yeah, so that's how you pick up pressure. I think it's a pretty effective offense as far as picking up pressure goes. Obviously, it's nothing like some of these other formations, like strong close, all those I-form formations where you can freaking block everybody. But I think for what it's worth, it's pretty solid. Definitely mixing in the delay fade, it's going to make it really difficult for the user to lurk everything. And just keep in mind, sometimes the answer is putting more routes out there against some blitzes. Especially I'd say against some zone blitzes. Well, against zone blitzes, it might not be the best. Against a zone blitz, that might be the time that you actually do want to block the blitz. But against man blitzes, it's definitely a good idea to send more routes out there than they have guarding, because that's how big plays form. These man blitzes are super aggressive, and basically man blitzes, the one bad thing about a man blitz is if that man gets beat, it's pretty much a touchdown. And so just keep that in mind. Anyways, that's gonna do it. I hope this helped picking up pressure and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Peace.